Hey guys, just got to my spot here in Mayo, and I got my backpack, tree stand and sticks and stuff on my back loaded up, ready to go. Got my bow over there, my bin of stuff. Janetta and the kids just dropped me off here, and I'm gonna head in. This is the 80-acre section where we put our food plots in. It's kind of deeper, about halfway into the property. And we've got this trail kind of right up through the middle, so what I'm going to do is kind of just hunt it like I would public land. Just walk up through the middle here and scout and try to set up on the freshest sign I can find. We've got a few tree stands set up here, some ladder stands and hang-on sets, but I'd rather just hunt it like I would public land. So just get in and set up on the freshest sign. So I'm going to head up into the food plot and make my way there, check a trail cam and see what happens. Just kicked a couple deer up. They're bedding right down here in this thick stuff. So I think the wind is generally out of the south, but right now it's kind of blowing straight up, so thermals are carrying the wind up. Alright, just found some rubs here. Some are pretty big, got some pretty nice trees. Very well could be that buck, or that deer, whatever it was that I just jumped over here. I'm gonna keep moving in. I like to get to my food plot and get to my trail camera and see what it's been doing. There's rubs everywhere through this low spot. So we've got a ridge here behind me. This is like a low spot right through here. There's rubs on both sides of this trail. I'd hunted up here before. Had some deer move through. Just looking for another spot to set up though, potentially. Definitely a good looking spot, but I'm going to come back to it. I'd like to get up to this trail camera. Alright, just got to my food plot. It is mowed down to nothing. Quite a few deer tracks out here, but man, there's not much left out here. It's destroyed. Alright, just checked the trail camera. There was a good buck in here about 5 days ago. So we've got pictures of this buck back into the summer. It's like a wide 6-point. Good looking buck, nice mature buck. I think I'm going to keep walking down this trail to see if I can come across anything that's looking good. If not, I think I'm going to come back down here and set up on these fresh looking rubs. I think that buck is cruising across right through down here. We shall see what happens. I'm all set up. Got a really nice view out here in front of me. Nice trail off to my left, another trail right here on my right. My big food plot here behind me. Did some hinge cutting up here this spring. It's right over here to my north, my left. And sitting right on top of this oak ridge. Some nice oak trees up here. I'm sitting in a maple. A lot of acorns, some white oaks. So, a lot of fresh sign. Nice fresh rub line right behind me. As long as the wind doesn't screw me up, it should be a good sit. Well, I must be set up in a pretty good spot. Just got set up and settled in, and that little fawn popped out right here 5 yards from me. And not long after that, the mom came in. The doe walked right underneath my tree stand, and they're just out here feeding right in front of me. So, must be in a pretty good spot. Still got a couple more hours, so we'll see what happens. Man. So, I had this doe and fawn out in front of me and around me since I got set up. They both went to the north here, and then the fawn came back in here, milling around. Then I looked over, saw a buck pop up about 100 yards away, and I've been wanting to shoot a bigger buck, and we've got some big bucks on camera. But I said, you know what? If this buck comes into me, and it's meant to be, and I made a vow and commitment to God, and said, God, if this buck comes into me and gives me a shot, then I'm going to take the shot. And sure enough, he beelines it across this field, right to me. 10 yards away, standing there perfect. And so, at that point I was obligated. So I am pumped. I made a perfect shot on him. He hopped over here about 20 yards, stopped, and was kind of looking around. And then he trotted off down to the south, but unless something happened with the broadheads not opening up, which I don't think could have happened, but man, I made a perfect shot on him. So, gonna wait a little bit. My wife and the kids are supposed to come over and see if we can't track this thing. So, I'm gonna get down, check the arrow out, pack all this stuff up, get down, and check the arrow. So, all right, just got down, got everything packed up. Check out the arrow real quick, and head up to the front. My wife and kids are supposed to be up there, so. See a deer right over there now. Another doe. Alright, here's the arrow. It's laying right here. So he was standing right here. And he went up this way. So.
He must have to go this way now.
Yep, he went up that way somewhere. So let's start looking for blood. Alright, so stay low and find the next drop. He was going this way.
What?
Bunch of blood right there.
Where is he? Go. More. More.
Stay back. Stay back, then. Back up. I don't know what way he went. He might be standing where he went. Yep. Right here's one. Alright, well, I am back out here after shooting that buck last night. Tracked him for about 160 yards. And unfortunately got to a point where I was losing blood. It's getting really hard to track in the dark. I was on my hands and knees after the point of finding last blood. Couldn't find anything. And rather than just walk around aimlessly and mess around, I figured I'd come back out this morning. Give me a better chance at finding him. So that's what I'm gonna do. Fortunately, I think it rained last night. Not sure how much, but definitely rained, which isn't gonna help my search efforts much. But after watching the footage multiple times, gotta believe it's a dead deer. It's just a matter of finding him. So it's very frustrating when you shoot one. You get all excited, pumped. Had my son come out here. And he was helping me track and all that. And then we track and then don't find the deer. Very, very frustrating. So, just hoping I can come out this morning and find him. Hoping nothing beat me to him. So we'll see. Alright, so got to last blood and found my arrow there. And now I'm just doing a body hunt for him, checking all the stick stuff. It's really a lot of different places he could have gone, but I'm trying to stick to the path that he went initially. And let's see if I can find him. Very frustrating. Alright, well, and I was just kind of wandering aimlessly. Came across him over here in the stick stuff. And he's still breathing. Don't know how that's possible with that shot placement. But I'd taken my bow out and left it at the cabin, so I gotta go back and get it. Hopefully I can sneak back in there behind him where I was at and get a shot off on him and put him down. Man.